arena. Once you have it, you can ticket yourself to upgrade it.
Okay, I'm gonna be rolling Destiny points right now. Okay, well, I rolled a dark point. Okay. I'm not surprised.
Okay, under talents, it should have a force power sense. Does not automatically deduct experience points, you'll have to do that.
Okay. Oh, was sense one of the force powers I had, a mentor on?
Yes. So
Okay.
it's one less.
Alright, I did put mentor discount.
Now let's see. Powers are sense, move, heal harm, endure, enhance, influence. Alright, so could have seen it makes more sense.
Are we in space?
I mean,
well,
I guess we could go here.
we're technically still on. Yeah, we're still on the Undercity because we're still at the Under Spire, and we were gonna do the whole penal block thing.
There's a typo on this map, and this is the first time you've seen it. It should read Terrace Larson Deck 74, not 47. Sorry. I made this map. I'm really proud of it.
Ishel?
Shelly, yeah?
Yeah, did you roll for light and dark side points?
No.
Yeah, it says click here to roll for the Destiny pool.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Destiny pool.
It's in the chat bubble thing. You just need to scroll down until you see Chronicler.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, the dark side is a bit strong today.
Oh, and this isn't anything like don't you have 4 to 6 people playing? It's a narrative heavy game, so just if you get excited, try to bite your tongue till there's a break. Alright? That's just everybody, not anyone in particular. Just a reminder. It's a big game.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am. Or yes, sir. Sorry.
How do I, purchase more ranks of stuff in Sense? Cause, like, I wanted to purchase some things.
I actually have that chart somewhere. Where is that?
You go to the edit item. You go to where your force power is under talents, and you hit edit item.
Oh, okay.
Pulls up.
Found it.
It pulls up a tree. Oh, you're dumping those experience points, huh?
Star Wars music just makes me so happy.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Arena?
I have a very specific vision for this character, and it's probably conflicting with someone else, but it's okay.
Well, it's your character. Who would it conflict with? It's your character. If someone's conflicting with your character idea, then that's their problem. You know? Damn it, Brian. You want to be here tonight, Ben. What are you doing?
I'll message him as well, saying,
I mean, I'm hoping this is going to be super cool when we get rolling. Okay, so we've got some housekeeping to take care of. Last week, we only had 3 people, so we were very informal. We'll just, what are some kind of ambitions you guys have? Now that it's just you 3, let's focus on what you guys want to do. One of the things we wanted to do was track down an R3 robot.
which we did.
Copy all of the data from your R3 onto it.
Yep.
And then sell that to the Empire.
Well, not sell it, but turn it in. And we made sure that the R3 was up to specs similar to the other R3. So, like, there's no discrepancies.
So that ended up taking up all night, and it was very layered. So when Arena found out of Morvis's plot, she was like, hang on a second. Do we really want to give them a chance to find out what's wrong with their space station? Like, do we want them to have these plans? And so they got, like, the cowboy hacker character involved, and he destroyed parts of the plans that made it look like it was just damage from, like, being an irradiated planet.
Yeah.
You know? And there was a cool layer to it to where you haven't quite figured out what the weakness of the Death Star is, but you have a decent idea. And I think the best way to describe that would be to let Arena narrate that.
So, how we figured this out was, Lorena remembering a series of meetings that she was forced to attend in her, position as a bodyguard on a specific ship, where 2 people were going up against each other trying to determine who had the best plan. Whichever had the best plan would get funded. One of these people was Director Krennic, who had the Death Star. And of course, both of these plans were looked over many, many times to see which one was the best. And, well, the other person in this meeting maybe noticed some things about this particular plan that he did not like, and may or may not have stated so over getting drunk. Stuff that a certain Keshian, who may or may not have been there, remembered. After remembering all of these meetings, and also all of these evenings, basically said, hey, I have a basis on what we could look for. The exhaust is kind of fucked. So, yeah, the exhaust system of the Death Star's fucked up. It's a mess. There's only one exhaust port for, like, the whole thing. And it's stupid.
And it has to be very large because the thing produces a lot of exhaust. And it goes through one channel, so that channel's connected to all the inner parts of the ship, especially parts of the ship that radiate a lot of energy, like the engines, hyperdrive, so
The reactor.
Yeah. I mean, you guys didn't quite, none of the characters were super technically adept and couldn't quite figure out exactly what to do, but they do know this is a major flaw in design. That if it was redesigned, it would make more sense to have like multiple exhaust ports as opposed to one main exhaust shaft. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we run the numbers.
Everybody hear that? It's awful quiet.
Yep.
So with that, I mean, I'm not going to sit around and wait forever. What do you guys want to do? So there's a blockade around the planet.
So Mobius wants to enact her plan, and I believe, Riva and Liam are at the Endor Spire while Ben and everybody else was at South Point. And what they were gonna do was they were gonna drive here to pick us up, as we were going to go to the penal block to pick up our Imperial archaeologist person.
A friend.
Yeah. That was the plan. As in, like, hey, while we were driving out, we noticed this droid that is similar to your bounty that you put up, so we decided to take it and bring it to you. Basically, that's what the story is that we're gonna do.
Probably paint it like the droid.
Well, obviously, it's the same make and model, it's the same paint job. Obviously, that's what we did.
Actually not. They have different paint jobs, so you might want to paint it. Like, that series of droid has multiple different paint jobs.
Okay, so yeah, we take the time to paint the droid. But actually, wouldn't it make sense that, hey, it tries to hide and have a different paint job, but,
We don't want it look. This droid was already tried to be passed in before. We don't want it looking the same.
Yeah, got it. So yeah, we're gonna spend time to do a paint job on it to match it.
Who's a fluffy girl? Is that you?
Huh?
Sorry.
So he was talking to his cat.
And his name is Fuyu.
Yeah, he was talking to his cat.
He's a fluffy baby. Okay, so you're on the ship, you're flying over. You're contacted when you first fly it from that point to South Point, like when you start to enter the airspace around the prison.
No. It's not the ship. It's the it's the Pearl of Talisiar, the hut thing that's going to drive to pick us up, and then we're going to drive there to pick up the other guy, then we're going to drive back to the Endor Spire so he could see it. We're not flying it yet.
Okay. Well, still, aircraft flying near you didn't get this last time, but you get it this time. Let's see, it's about 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, the game is still paused, by the way.
So, and I don't know if y'all saw this, but this is the actual Star Wars calendar that's up there in the upper left. Tong's Day, 13th of Nalona, 19 Imperial Year. The, like, legit lore date. You can pull up a detailed calendar by going to little token controls and then pull up the calendar.
Yep.
Okay, so this didn't happen when you flew over it before, but when the airship flies over that airspace, you get contacted.
Okay, again, we're using the hover skip to transport.
Yes.
We're not flying the ship. So it's probably when we're basically zooming past it.
I understand, but it is still an air vessel that is crossing its airspace.
Well, we're not going near it.
You're not going near, but you're going. Hang on a second. So the last time you came, you went straight from South Point to Endor Spire, and if you draw a line over that, it goes near it at a certain point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have no reason to believe that that's a problem this time. So you do the same thing, right?
Yeah, and then like we're gonna pick up everybody so we could go.
Okay, so
Like, because the droid is with us, so like we go there, and then we're gonna go to the penal colony, and then we're gonna go to the Endor Spire.
so when you're about here on the return trip,
Yeah.
and this is, remember, it's about a week and a half later, right?
Yeah.
So when you're about here on the return trip, you get hailed from the prison because a vessel is traveling within its radar distance.
Mm-hmm.
So who's on the comm station?
I think it should be Morvisis, since she could probably charm her way, and maybe CV could also help out, since we both know Imperial Protocol.
Sound good to everyone else? Going once?
I'm down.
That's fine.
Okay.
Fine with me too.
Please identify your craft.
Hang on, I need to pull up the vehicle because I keep forgetting its name. This is the Pearl of Terraslar. We are here because we understand that one of our employers are here, and we wish to pick him up. And we also believe we have something that may be important to your operations here.
Do you have a security code for entering this airspace, ma'am?
Sadly, we do not. Crap. Wait. What's the guy's name? The Imperial guy.
Lieutenant Commander Adrian Voss.
Yeah, because he's not in the Allies or something.
Main character form,
Yeah. So it's Voss.
yeah. Lieutenant Commander Adrian Voss.
Yes, we are basically under the employ of Lieutenant Adrian Voss. He hired us to help him with his mission here. And we found out that he got imprisoned here, so we thought we should come and, as we say, bail him out and offer any information that we can.
Well, while that's a little irregular, I understand. We've just put these sanctions up in the last few days, and everyone's kind of scrambling to deal with them. If you could, on your way through, just swing by and we'll have a talk. I'd appreciate it. I'm not going to make you do that, but from this point on, I do need you to know that this is a secure sector of the planet.
That is perfectly understandable. We are coming back. We just need to pick up some supplies and some men for the task that he hired us for, and we'd be more than happy to give you any information.
Okay, in that case, once you enter within about 20 kilometers of the prison, if you could open a channel, we'll make arrangements for docking and do kind of a meet and greet, see if we can get you a security clearance for the area.
That would be most helpful. We should also inform you that we are armed, and is mostly to defend ourselves against any raids and criminals. I hope that will not be an issue.
I'm not going to knock you for arming yourself in this hellhole. That's completely understandable. I'll make sure my superior officer's informed.
Thank you. May I ask your name and your superior's officer name so we may be able to contact you directly?
Well, I am Ensign NPC. So, Ensign Vite. And my direct supervisor is going to be Executive Officer, who's the guy on Crimson Tide? Because then I'll remember his name.
Is Vite spelled VITE?
VIEDT.
VIDT. So it's Vite. So VIDT. Okay, got it.
VIEDT.
IDT. Okay.
Yeah, the executive officer is going to be Lieutenant Commander Hunter.
Okay.
I'll inform him when you're. I'll inform him. What do you think your ETA is going to be?
I would say a couple of minutes or so. We do have to get to the South Point station, so probably not more than an hour or so.
Understood, sir. Be safe out there. Understood, ma'am. Be safe out there.
You too.
Okay, so you're able to pick up people. Okay.
Yeah, we're here to pick up Ben. I think Ishel and Felicity and everybody else who were there as we head back to the penal block.
This is what I want. And crawl data pad. Okay.
Okay, save that. I just added that to my notes so I know.
Hang on a second. In recent news, 50 kilometer space news and warming around the planet. For fleet. Okay, I need to make this. So you guys can't see the sky, so you would not have known this until the news comes on. HoloNet comes on and says that.
Oh, that's not good. That is not good. In recent news, a 50-kilometer space station has emerged in orbit around the planet per Fleet Admiral Tarkin. This is nothing the citizens are to be concerned about, and is protection against the terrorist threat that the Imperial Navy is currently investigating. Oh, boy. This is not good. This is not good.
That comes up on the radio while you're flying around.
Yeah, okay.
Inward arena monologue includes, oh god, Tarkin's still around.
And
That's
like
it.
That's your eternal monologue?
You know what, I'm gonna say that, like, very quietly to, like, Morvisis. I'm like, I forgot he was still kicking.
And I say, yes, I've only met him a couple of times when I was still stationed on the Imperial Gladiator Star Destroyer Crux. It was mostly holo messages and holo communications, but apparently he's very, distinguished as a Moff.
He is just as unpleasant in person.
Yes.
I had the displeasure of guarding him to stay on the Chimera.
I see. We must be cautious in how we deal with the Imperials from now on. We cannot be reckless.
I know. It's just...
Y'all two are okay? You're awful quiet.
We're trying to not be picked up.
No, I mean the other two who aren't saying anything.
Oh yeah, well, Felicity.
Sorry,
Yeah.
We're complaining about Tarkin.
I'm
Yeah.
just not sure where we are at and what we're doing, so I'm listening, trying to gauge that.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, you've been gone
we're
for like
on
half
we're
an
on the
Yeah, I
skiff.
wasn't there in the last session, so...
Yeah.
Let me catch you up a little bit.
Yeah.
They
Catch
fixed-
everybody up.
Okay, so from that time, you repelled the attack. Bran had a contract with this Imperial historian to fix the ship, and if he helped clear it out, and that was the very first adventure, then he didn't care what happened to the ship, he just wanted to fix it.
Okay.
So he got in touch with that guy. That guy got detained for questioning because over the last couple weeks, the planet has gotten more and more on lockdown, and if you look at the bounties section, there's like details on that. I'll go ahead and pull those up. So planet's getting more and more kind of like occupied by the Empire, right? And I was just trying to do a tell with that when before they went through this area and they had no problem. Now people are like, what's your airspace password? I'm just trying to do that world building, right? So, they didn't get in touch with the guy because he got detained, but his work crew showed up and they organized the work crew and they fixed that old ship that you said you didn't like because it's an old ship. The foreman modernized it and cut off about 2/3 of the hull and made it into like a lightweight corvette. Still a big ship, but not like a warship, you know? And it's operational. It's working. You guys have a spaceship now.
Okay.
The problem is the planet's on lockdown, so you gotta figure out how to justify leaving the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Now, what they're doing right now is they're heading back to the station to pick up the rest of the group. And they got hailed by the prison on the way.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I'll be able to play tonight. Keep falling asleep.
Okay,
It's been hell of a few weeks.
Okay, well, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We hope you get better. I mean, like.
Yeah, I'm really tired of going to the hospital and then being sent back. Just to go back the next week.
It's totally understandable.
I'll see you next week. Should be cured by then, or I'll let you know if I have to be hospitalized.
Alright.
Well, take care of yourself. So, Spark, does that catch you up, or are you less confused now, too?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure, because it's awful quiet. I want to make sure everyone's here and having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's just the three of us, so, you know, like. It's not as much help.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. I was just worried because everyone else was being really quiet. I was like, are you guys with us? Or...
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so you pick up everyone else at the station, and you guys were bitching about Tarkin. Go ahead and continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Back to bitching about Tarkin.
Yeah.
It's my bad
Yes.
for interrupting. Sorry about that.
It can never be good when he is around. They only bring him in when something bad is happening. Well, at least we can take comfort knowing that it is not my old superior.
Yes. I mean, he's quite. What is the word? Lethal when he wishes to get what he wants. Hopefully we
Right,
could...
like taking all the credit for this for this maker-forsaken project?
Yes, I only heard rumors and only small transmissions about this. I thought they were just hoax or rumors. But a top secret space station? I whisper so nobody else would hear, a planet killer? Is that really what this thing is?
Yes. I never thought it would happen. I've had to sit on more meetings than I care to admit about this thing. I always thought it was a stupid idea.
Stupid idea or not, it's something we have to deal with cautiously.
Good thing is, the stupider the idea is, the more glaring its flaws.
Yes, that is true. I have met Imperials and projects and missions where idiocy causes more... What is the word? Issues. We must make sure this does not cause the issue here. We must find a way not to pull any attention to the Imperials. We should try to get off-world as soon as we can, and probably take as many people with us away if they wish to leave. But we must do it smart. We can't just power up the ship and leave. We must have a story. We could offer our services to the penal block to transport supplies for them, which will give us a way not to be pulled over or scrutinized by other Imperials if we're doing work for them.
Well, I could talk to my sister about getting us some of the, transporting food.
Yes.
They're always looking for it.
You were mentioning of that. That would be very useful.
Anyway, let's go pick up the others, tell them about our grand plan, and also... maybe we should tell them the stuff to look out for.
And she's due in about 3 days. Okay, got it. Got it. Your sister is due in 3 days for those supplies.
Maybe when she shows up, I'll introduce you to little Nick. You'll like him, he's a good kid.
Yeah. She more of it just kind of like leans against the wall and sighs. I apologize if I seemed a bit aggressive yesterday. It was... when you care for someone and you have to be there for them, it changes your outlook on life. I hope it did not offend you, Weaver.
Yeah, it's fine. I've dealt with much the same.
She chuckles. Yes, I do recall you protected one of your underclassmen from a snobby cadet. You nailed his ass straight down those stairs. I gotta admit, that was pretty badass.
Well, one doesn't get into the bodyguard profession lightly.
Yes, that is true. Okay, now I have to recall who that guy is, because I gotta remember all of these names now, because there's that three-eyed alien. I gotta remember that guy's name.
I mean, he's the pilot for the barge. You're not gonna like be messing with him much.
Yeah, it's just like I think we should, like, because I don't want to say like oh hey you and everything, and like having names means like respect and everything. So I'm just saying that. I know I might putting more work on you, but I'm just saying. So I tell to the pilot when everybody is loaded up and everything, and that everybody who wishes to get on the ship and probably leave, to come with us. Probably, I would say maybe Bran's mother would probably want to come with us. I'm assuming.
Sure. Yeah.
Apologize for my tardiness.
It's fine. It's fine.
I didn't destroy plans.
No,
I didn't win.
It's fine. We just need you to roll for destiny points.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. I looked up Imperial Dork, and I found the perfect picture for the guy.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah. That I say that would be a perfect picture for our archaeologist guy. That is perfect.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yes,
I love
that
it.
is perfect.
Let me. Let's see. Let me get in my character sheet and roll.
Well, you just need to go into the chat bubble and look for the chronicler to click here for the destiny pool.
Oh, that's right. Yep. You're welcome, guys. I give you more dark side.
Yeah, the dark side is strong today. So basically, we left the Undar Spire. We made contact with the penal block, saying that we're going to be there soon. And we arrived at South Point to pick up everybody else and anybody who probably wants to leave Terrace and join us on the Endar Spire. You know, like civilians that are wanting to leave and find someplace else. That.
I see.
And then we're going to go to the penal block and basically drop off the droid, as well as to pick up our archaeologist guy. To update what? Okay, that was weird. Okay, it just said like I lacked the thing to update, which was weird.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know, but that was just weird.
What are you trying to do?
No, I think it was just like maybe I was clicking on the thing and like I didn't have access or authority to update something. I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, so that's the plan. So like when everybody is loaded on, we're gonna make our way to the penal block. We're gonna calm them and everything, let them know that we're on our way and waiting for the docking procedure, basically. So when we get within sensor range, Morvis and Riva are going to basically call for either Ensign Vit or Commander Hunter of the penal block, the 1917.
The news person.
Yeah. If the news is going on that the Death Star is here in orbit.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
the Death Star's
yeah.
here.
Half.
Yo, wait, hold the
If you
fuck
could
up.
show that news thing again, that would be awesome. I don't know how I could access that.
You missed such insightful conversations as Tarkin sucks.
Yes. Yep. Me and Reba were talking shit about Tarkin. Yeah.
Oh,
Smells bad.
Yeah.
This is nothing for the citizens to be concerned about.
Yep.
Fan fucking tastic. My favorite.
Yep. This is just perfect. Just perfect. We are.
Alright. I just need to put something away real quick. I'll be right back.
No worries. We're just like on our way to the penal block and everything at the ready.
Fantastic.
Oh, this is so going to go well. I just know it.
There we go, now this.
Did you say something?
Oh, I just finished drawing something that I'm going to turn into a patch.
Ah.
Well, he's useful for something.
Who's useful?
Lieutenant Adrian Hoff is to an astrogation.
Ah.
That's about
Adrian
that.
Hoff. Or Voss.
Yeah. Voss, I'm sorry, I'll change that.
Yeah, could
Lieutenant,
you...
Lieutenant Guy.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could actually, put... Dr. Vaughn. It's something. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, just put his name or something and like... Because I'd rather have, like, the names and everything in my personal notes. So, you know, like...
Who's that?
Yeah, I don't know. It was mentioned, in the previous session, like Dr. Vaughn and everything. And it was Vex and the Rhodian and something. I think Dr. Vaughn was, I don't know, the doctor?
This is some throwaway NPC I came up with.
Yeah, probably. I really don't know. So, you know, like it's been a couple of sessions, so, like, it's perfectly understandable.
Okay, so there's Adrian Hoff. He's available. Or Boss. Sorry. He's in the crew. I mean, unless you don't want him there, we'll move him somewhere else. Okay, so, yeah, you pick everyone up. Nothing big happens there.
Yep.
So you're heading back.
We're heading to the penal colony because we said we were gonna head there almost immediately.
You contact Commander Hunter.
Yep. So we open a comm link to contact him. Me and Riva are side by side, ready to contact.
Pearl, Terraslor, you're cleared for landing at Docking Bay B. Commander Hunter will be there to greet you.
Understand. Tell him that we may also have a gift for him that he might enjoy.
Unfortunately, he's just left the room, but I'll try to relay something to his comm.
Understood. And I tell the barge driver to dock at docking clamp B and be ready.
Alright.
And is Liam back?
Somewhere.
Yeah, he said he's like gonna do something, so
Well, it must have just happened, so probably not.
yeah.
Okay, so there are a handful of Imperial naval officers at Parade Rest, and standing behind them is a well-dressed man with a he's got a Durasteel breastplate, but it appears to be ornate, as if it's modeled after kind of the expansion period, i.e. it looks like a kind of pirate curious kind of deal. He has white slacks and a vibra sword that's made to look like a fencing foil at his side. He has a full face mask on, so you don't recognize him or anything, but he's kind of standing behind the officers. A dark-skinned, bald, I wouldn't say heavy set or even husky, but like big, broad-shouldered. You know, like he's not missing any meals, but he's not like fat or anything. Does that make sense?
He's well built, I guess.
Yeah, like I mean, he looks like a big, like a powerful man, not like a fat guy.
Yeah, he's an average built.
He's bigger than average. He would be husky, but he's like in good shape.
Got it.
So he greets you as soon as your airlock doors, or I guess it's not an airlock, it's a planetary vessel. As soon as your like
Docks.
docking doors open and your dock ramp comes down. Lieutenant Commander Hunter at your service. And he offers his hand.
Morvis shakes it. I believe Reba is also with me.
Yep. I am with you.
Yeah, so we both greet him and say, I don't know if your assistant calmed, but we also have a gift that you actually might be happy to have.
I did receive a comm call, but I wasn't able to get to it in time.
I see. Well, it's something that we actually saw and observed through the HoloNet Bounty Association. And I kind of like gesture to one of the, I guess, crew of the barge to come and bring the droid. We thought you probably want this. We found it scouring the wastes and everything with some ne'er-do-wells. We thought you would probably want it back.
Oh dear. Hang on. Give me a second. I gotta do something secretive.
Oh boy.
Okay, you don't count. Good. Spark? You also don't count. You count, Spark. You're wonderful. A wonderful lady. I didn't mean it that way. Like, I'm building a dice pool and you don't have relevant skill. So, go to dice. Wait, no. Damn it, that's not what I meant to do.
I have
click
returned.
that.
Oh, okay. So basically, we docked at the penal block,
Yes.
and me and Reva disembarked and met the lieutenant commander of the penal block, and we are like showing him that we have the droid and it's being brought down. If you want, you could escort the droid along with us if you want, or you could stay on the barge.
I'll escort the droid.
Okay, so one of the crew members and the is being escorted along with Liam and the droid. So yeah.
Okay, you notice that while you're talking and you're getting the droid ready, it can be whoever narratively notices it. I guess Arena, because she's not involved in getting the droid out, notices that the masked man is like one-handed typing a message, and Hunter, who said he can't answer calls while he's greeting people, here's a buzz, pulls out his try to clandestinely pulls out some communicator and looks at it, nods at the guy. And I went ahead and rolled your sense in that too. You feel something is being said between these two, but you can't quite see their emotions unless you like invade their space and kind of brute force it. And you feel like the natural force is kind of like resisting your ability to see through it. I.e., do you want to take conflict and get more information?
No, I'm not gonna take conflict because this is like my narrative reason is this is something that she just started to like get better at.
Yep.
So she doesn't know how to do it good yet.
Could I possibly roll for a C check?
Sure.
Oh.
Do you wish to take conflict?
Actually, I'll use my Astral Staff instead.
So how how's that work? You re-roll
I
it?
can spend 3 strain per pip to get as many pips and as many light pips as I want.
Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so you start to part the veil and it's just not working, so you meditate with your magic staff. And you can see one possible future as the absolute unexpected happens and you fall into a trap. The man removes his mask, and underneath it is the adversary you saw when you stole his barge, and he laughs to himself.
Who would be like the closest person to Spark right now?
I'm getting the picture that like Arena and Spark are kind of like not really involved in getting that droid out. I didn't include you in the role because your perception wasn't as high as the other two, so but I assume you're kind of in the same area. And when you notice, like, you can feel that, you know, you just got a bad feeling something weird is going on. You don't notice all the clandestine stuff. And so that prompts you to try to see into the future. So you're standing next to Arena, who, depending on how CB wants to play it, may look kind of visibly shaken. But I don't know, Arena. Do you have like? Do you look kind of like you got a bad feeling about something?
I'm playing it as the corner of her mouth has tightened very slightly, and she looks like she is adopting a more combat stance.
Spark just sort of turns to the side and whispers very quietly. There's the same man from the that we took the barge from.
Do you whisper that to everybody?
Yeah, whoever's standing next to her, she'd whisper it to.
Which is not you because you're getting the droid out of the ship. So when you come back with the droid, you see these two are kind of talking quietly between each other, and Arena looks a little like she's ready to pounce. Like you've seen this rigid, where her muscles tighten and she's ready to react. She's kind of gone in that stance.
Okay, so I'm escorting the droid with Liam, basically.
Oh, you don't mean to
Yep.
have us look over the computer of another R3 droid. We've been doing that all day, says Commander Hunter. And then he looks at it and he's like, very well, Chief, and he turns to one of the naval, like, petty officers in his retinue. Take this droid down to computers and see if it's the one we're looking for. Yes, sir. And he goes to take the droid away.
Yeah. So Movis goes to where Reva and Spark, and she kind of like chimes in quietly and say, "Is there something I should know?"
Spark will quietly whisper the same thing she whispered to Irina. It's the same guy from the barge, and she's gonna like pause for a moment. She's like, I saw it in the future, and she's very even skeptical about saying it herself.
Movis.
You'll have to. So my understanding is this is just. I'm sorry for the. I must apologize for the imposition, but if you're going to be traveling through this airspace, we need to, take down some biosamples and get you into some clearance. Everything's locking down on the planet. You understand? There's some terrorist activity.
Yes.
Hopefully that droid's the one we're looking for, and we can finally start to let up.
Yes, we are well aware. We have saw the news on the HoloNet.
Yeah, Fleet Commander, Grand Moff Tarkin himself, outside of his reign of jurisdiction, has flown his prize, and he's supposed to be keeping secret, all the way out here to the Outer Rim. I must question his decorum. Please, any gestures for you to go ahead and head into the compound, like into where he's got probably like breakfast prepared or something.
Okay, Morvis gestures to the crew to stay on board. And, walks confidently and say, "So, can I assume that we will meet with, Voss soon, so we could pick him up?"
My inferior told me about the name. We've sent information to the security to see if there's why he's being held. May have to do visitation, or we may be able to let him free. When he sees like you gesturing for your crew to board the ship, he says, "We do need to take biosamples of the crew."
That
We
is
can do that
perfectly
on your
fine.
ship if you want.
That is perfectly fine. I'd rather they not go into the penal colony. Some of these people are not so fond of prison. For you see, they were enslaved by some criminals along with their children. They are a bit hesitant, and I'd rather not put them through that. I hope you understand.
Oh my dear, I was going to take you to the officers' mess, but it's going to be interacting with criminals. You're a friend of the Empire.
Indeed, it's just these people have been through a lot. I don't want to put too much strain on them.
Would it be perception, or is there like an insight kind of thing?
To what?
Insight would probably be something similar to discipline.
Yeah, sure, we'll do discipline, and it will be his. Okay, so whoever make your best discipline roll, and it'll be versus Hunter's deception.
Yeah.
It'll be 1 red and 2 purple.
I have 1 green. I am not doing this.
I have yellow
You
and 2
offer a
greens.
blue. So we have a yellow, 2 green, and a blue so far. What else we got?
2 green.
I have 2 green as well.
1 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, 1 red, 2 purple. Okay, Spark, you can tell that what this man is trying to juggle some new piece of information he needs. You can read it all over his face. He's trying to get people away from that ship. He wants everyone in a room where he can control the situation.
Spark's gonna give sort of a subtle, like, signal to the others, like just a subtle shake of her head, as if to indicate that they probably should not go wherever he wants them to go.
And Mopez nods her head, and she turns to Lieutenant Commander Hunter and say, Lieutenant Commander Hunter.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope we are not inconveniencing you, but apparently some of my compatriots here have to run some diagnostics among our vessel here. Turns out it had sustained some blaster fire and damage recently. If you would be so kind, I don't mind accompanying you to answer any question you wish, if that is okay.
His comlink buzzes, and Arena, unlike last time, he doesn't reach for it. And it keeps buzzing. Well, if you want, we can just have our medtechs come on board your ship. I just figured that was your property. You didn't want us on board. But we have to take blood samples in order to issue you a pass.
That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. You could do that. It's just, I think having one person would be more acceptable in answering any of your questions. I don't suppose... Because again, some people are a bit strained of entering this penal block. Not because they have their misgivings about the Empire, it's mostly because they've been imprisoned and worked to the bone by criminals. It is no way in offense, sir.
One moment, he finally pulls out his comm link and reads over the message. Well, I will need you to come with me in order to award you your reward.
Yes.
You found the terrorist.
Well, I am most happy to help. Lead the way, Lieutenant Commander Hunter. And Morbius smiles and basically gives a slight bow, respectfully to him.
He gestures towards the man on the mask, who body language says that he's frustrated with the outcome, but complies. Follows along with you into the officer's mess. He gets some like coffees that are like in styrofoam cups you can bring to your crew, and has another officer meet him, and says, if I can see a data pad where you have an account, we'll go ahead and transfer 95,000 credits.
Yes, here, I give him my data pad.
You now have 95,000 credits more.
Okay,
Damn.
yeah. Okay, so it's 95,000?
Yes.
Okay, let me get my calculator so I can put this in. So 95,000 plus my current balance. So I have 95,948 mullahs.
I'm hoping you gotta split that up because you guys.
Obviously I'm gonna split it up. But like currently it's in my account, so I can't technically split it amongst them right now.
This puts me in a difficult position. I was going to just do away with pleasantries and get everything taken care of, but now I have if it's not requested already, in the next hour, your presence will be requested on DS1.
DS1?
Yes, this is above my pay grade. Closest major SIS agents we have are on oh, I'm sorry, that's the code name for the station.
Ah. I see. Pretty clever, I say, as I kind of like smile and try to be polite.
This is way above my head, and he's given, like, any of the kind of clever, you can see now he's kind of crumpled. He's used to being in control of situations, and now he's sweating. Like, this is too much for him. I'm going to go ahead and, send off, you can wait here, I'm going to send off the news, and he's typing on his data pad, and by the time he's done, he's like, yes, SIS wants to meet with you, find out where you found the droid. There are other agents that they're looking for.
I would be most happy to help. But we do require our friend Voss. He did petition to repair an old starship nearby. He said we could have it. If you wish, we could use our ship to transport any goods and supplies if you wish to the station, if you want.
Yeah, we need to get... The surface is inundated with raw materials and finished goods we need to send off for trade. Let me get your comlink number, I'll organize the details.
I slide my comlink to him as I kind of like give him an eyebrow. Basically, I'm trying to flirt with him.
Stop being the bard!
He's just sweating, he's covered in sweat, and like the innuendo just whoosh.
And say, I hope my presence here is not a discomfort.
No, I may be getting a promotion for this. Your breath
Leo-
is very well.
Liam gives a small chuckle. You say, "I hope you're not just comfortable with me being here."
Well, actually, everybody else is on the barge, but this is the only one there.
Oh, I thought I was accompanying you with the droid. Never mind.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
may be. I mean, you've probably gotten me a promotion. I absolutely no problem. I just need to handle this properly.
Well, I
this-
hope you do get a promotion. I do love a man in uniform, especially with some medals on his chest.
You are shameless.
Oh, I see now. Unfortunately, I'm married. Quite happily so.
And she Morvis slowly takes a sip, just eyeing him. Well, she must be very lucky to have someone by her side like you. I hear it's very hard to snatch a wonderful man, especially you.
Arena's internal monologue, because, you know, the gang probably watching this from afar.
What's important is that I'm going to need to be in contact with you in the next few days. We're
Yes,
going to need to
yes.
get you on the station quickly.
That is perfectly fine. I am more
you-
than happy
Your
to
own
help.
transportation. I'm going to need to get the transponder codes because it is a top secret station and we don't want you getting fired upon.
That is perfectly fine. I believe our friend Adrian Voss would probably handle that. I mean, it is a pretty old ship, and he knows more about it.
Oh, yes. Let me deal with the red tape involving that. And he
Please, take your time. I am more than happy to wait.
Called up. Is this block D6? Yes, boss. Do you have any charges? No. Okay, well then we need to let him go. Into the care. Yes, into Imperial Care. I have a friend of the Empire here. Yes. Look, whatever you needed to get it taken care of. We've just gotten a hold of one of the Scarif terrorists. We're operating way above that. That's correct. Okay, he closes his comm. He'll be up here about 5 minutes. And 5 minutes later, you have all your space bagels and space coffee for your whole crew.
Mm-hmm.
And
Bagel.
Lieutenant Voss in a disheveled uniform that has rapidly been put on, like he had prison clothes, and they were in a rush to get him up to you to make sure. Yes, please make sure I get a promotion. He's like, when he gets there, his like jacket's on kind of backwards, and he's spinning it around on his chest and straightening it out.
Love this guy.
Look at this dude.
Morvis will wiggle her fingers with her hand, waving at him, and smile. You're looking pretty good, Lieutenant Adrian Voss. It's good to see you again.
Oh, is that so? Well, I would rather expect that I look rather worse for wear. And there's a picture of Mr. Voss, if anyone wants to see.
Yeah,
He's a unit. He's an absolute unit.
Absolute fucking unit. My favorite.
I've just been eating nutrition bars for the last couple of days because I passed by someone who looked like an old Iranian. Can you believe such a thing?
Well, I must say that's quite harsh. But I do have to rush this. I hope it's not any inconvenience, but Lieutenant Commander Hunter here needs the transponder code for our ship that we are going to use to transport goods and materials to DS1.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be so hard to get. And he looks at you like, am I supposed to have that?
You are the one that told us about the ship, dear Lieutenant Adrian. I mean, if we don't, we must prepare one. I'm supposing it might take some time. I'd rather not have any rush, but we have to make sure it's done by the proper channels.
Well, I mean, it had a transponder, but that was several thousand years ago. I'm certain that it was retrofitted with a new one at this point.
Well, hopefully your crew has done that. Hopefully.
They won't fly if they didn't. So, absolutely.
Indeed. Would you mind contacting your crew to see if they do have the transponder code, so we could give it to the nice Lieutenant Commander Hunter, and then be on our way to the ship? I do suppose you wish to see it.
I've not been given my effects. May I use your comm link?
I slide my comm link to him and say, please, I'd be sure we could wait for your effects, but please, make the call.
Okay, so he calls. Hey, is this Foreman Sajek? Yeah. Any problem with that job? We gave it a test flight. We didn't flight out of Atmo because of the lockdown. Everything seemed to be in order. You taking it out? We want to know if that hyperdrive's clicking on outside of test parameters. I just need to get the transponder code. Oh, yeah, give me a second. Then he reads it off. It's like I337B dash blah 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 blah. Like 27 digits.
Mm-hmm.
And he repeats it. He says, "Excellent. We'll make sure that your vessel is welcomed aboard the station."
It is a pleasure to have met you, Lieutenant Commander Hunter. I hope we could see each other again and work together. Who knows? Maybe I will enjoy your company again.
We will be in contact over the next few days, of course, to organize. I mean, that's a transponder code for that's a major vessel. I believe it's a corvette, sir. Yeah, if you were offering to transport stuff off planet, we could absolutely use that. We'll be in contact for that.
Yes, please. You do have my comm number. I say as I then take my comm link from Lieutenant Adrian and tuck it back into my jacket, waiting for Lieutenant Adrian's effects to come so we could then get on the barge and then, leave.
He gets handed a cardboard box with a comm and a grooming kit.
Our boy!
And the grooming kit has sideburn wax on it.
I love our boy.
And he's got he's got several magazines about artifacts of the old empire, issues 117 through 126. He carries his cardboard box of his nerd stuff out with him. So yeah, you're free. You're free to go. What you want to do?
We head back to the barge, and we are going to get to the Endor Spire, because Lieutenant Adrian Voss will probably want to see this ship fixed up and, all nice and pretty.
All nice and purty.
Yeah, as well as when Morvis gets back on the barge, she's going to split the money amongst everybody else. So that's what she's going to do. So should I do it for everybody in the party, or should I only do it for who's in the session right now?
It's such a large amount of money. You might just want to have a fund for a lot of it, and then be like, anybody broke. I mean, it's a big amount of money, and you guys are talking about hiring crew and shit. You might just want to
So if you want, we could just have the 95,000 in the fund of the crew and everything for the group, Like we just take it from like the bank, from our fund for any expenses. So yeah, we could do that. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a 95,000 fund. I'll put that in my notes since I will probably be keeping track of that.
But like, just throwing this out there, if you flirt with like, dude, he's not gonna get it. like sideburn oil guy. It's not. He's gonna be like, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not. Okay, wait. Are you thinking that I'm flirting with Lieutenant Adrian Boss?
No, I think you've been flirting with Hunter. I was just saying, if you ever try to put the moves on Boss, he's gonna be like, what? You ever played Diablo 2? Throwing it out there.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Oh, you're trying to sleep with me.
Well, again, we're not there yet. We're not there yet, but yeah, I totally
You
get
fool,
the idea.
I'm gay.
I totally get it.
I mean, I think he's beyond, like, gay. I think he's, like, capital A asexual.
He's vibing.
Imagine
Okay.
vibing.
I think his wife is a subreddit forum.
Subreddit forum.
Like this character is a Reddit moderator, totally.
Oh god.
Who? Adrian Voss?
Where's the Discord? Where's the Discord mod at though? Is that Tarkin? No.
I mean, I'm sure that Voss has a couple
You-
of like, nerdy history discords that he
Wow,
moderates.
I just destroyed you, dude. CP. Guys.
Hey, just so you know, Spark Visla also has moderation privileges, so she's also a giant nerd.
Oh, I see.
I gave it to her so she could import her emojis, so it's not just me. And
Oh, I
never
see.
want a Fedora, never will.
Where's
Okay.
your katana?
I do not have a katana.
I showed you my katana, and now show me yours.
I do not have a katana, but this is probably not going to do me any favors. I do own a Spanish espada de épée with a silver hilt.
Oh, I see. It's a little bit better. You know, it's not weeb trash. You know.
Yeah, and I'm just pretending to be a Spanish swashbuckler instead of a...
Yeah, why not? That's got far more class. Come on, you're doing good.
I also have a silver athame.
Okay.
I am not a witch, but I have one if I ever need to like do a ritual.
So could we get back to the game?
I know. Imagine playing the game. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
Okay, so we get on the barge and we head to the Endor Spire.
Okay. You check your transponder code is what they gave you.
Yep.
All systems check. When you run all your diagnostics, everything is saying operational. However, hyperdrive is not tested yet. Neither are atmospherics. They've done preliminary tests, but they couldn't get into space to like test seals and stuff. But they've done everything they could to make sure everything's operational. And you've got like call them if there's some kind of failure.
May we fire when ready?
If you want.
I suggest we don't do that yet. I mean, we
Okay.
should calm in, the Imperial Penal Block that we wish to test the ship to see if it's ready in operation for its voyage.
They need to get you clearance. It's going to take a few minutes. Normally, it would take hours. But,
Yep.
You can get special treatment because you have turned over an enemy of the Empire.
Yep.
But yeah, you get the okay to enter low atmosphere. You will be watched, so if you try to take off,
Yeah, basically we're just going to test the ship to see if it's able to withstand orbit, so it's pressured and everything, to see if it could fly and everything. We're not testing the hyperdrive yet. And we're not testing the weapons yet, unless it's okay for them if we could test the weapons to see if they function, so in case we need to defend ourselves from any terrorist attacks.
Oh, let's have a moment, actually. You're getting in the ship and everything's being pulled up, and we need the proper music for this.
Yes, we need proper music for this.
Clash of Destiny? Okay. So everything's powering up, and you notice that Voss is still there. He has nowhere to go, and he's looking at your astrocom. And he's like totally nerding out about it. He's like, "Wow, you have a grade 3 you have a grade 3 astrogation computer. You've got coordinates to the Hydian Way, the Corellian Run. Fascinating."
And I say, do you wish to accompany us on the test flight?
Well, I've nowhere else to go, sir. I've accomplished my mission and don't particularly wish to return to Coruscant at this time.
Strap yourself in. Let's get on ready to fly, I say as I get into the pilot seat. And I turn to the others. Are we all ready for liftoff?
So.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I am initiating the engine start. Flipping
Now the
switches and turning on buttons.
The size of the ship would make it difficult to maneuver, but you're able to get maneuvering down really quickly thanks to the navigation fins on the side and the customized controls.
Mm-hmm.
You take off easily. You get above the undercity, get through the lower city, and then you get up to the skyline, and you can see kind of the green, hazy skies around Terrace, but there's this like giant black moon on the horizon, like the Death Star.
And I say,
That's
I just whisper and say, "Oh boy, so eager to go visit that place. Oh boy." I'm going to calm the penal block again for Lieutenant Commander Hunter, saying that we reached orbit and that we are going to commence our test flight for pressurization and for the ship's maneuverability.
Absolutely. Let me transfer you to Fleet. They're gonna be much better at this than me. And then, you get a young woman on the comm. This is Chief Petty Officer 3rd Class, also Warrant Officer 3, Esmeralda von Boff. You have clearance to enter low and high orbit, but if you leave the gravity well of the planet, you will be apprehended.
Copy that. Initiating our test flight.
Alright, so everything's fine.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do a whole fly to the edge of the city and then back again, just to test maneuverability and to see if the pressure of the ship holds up.
If I may, sir, your ship, for being modeled after an ancient craft, is quite maneuverable.
Why, thank you.
Absolutely welcome.
So I'm just monitoring the thrust and everything else while I calm into the engine room to see how it's going with the engines and others sings,
Smooth as butter. I mean,
What?
it's easy to the engine room, right? Smooth
Wait.
as butter.
okay, smooth as butter. I didn't catch that. I say, Roger that. Let's
This
pick.
thing got some oomph. You could really put more juice into it if you want.
Well, let us see what it could do. We have to make sure it could put on the threshold, I say, as I kind of like increase the speed to medium thrust.
Sweetheart, you're flying a quad ion array like it's an impulse drive.
Huh. Well, I thank you.
No, I mean you're driving it like my grandma, and she's dead.
And I say, are you questioning the pilot of the ship?
I'm just saying you could open her up if you wanted to.
I rather not do so, but sure, why not? I say as I go with a like
Oh,
a
that's more like it. 70,000 rotations per minute.
Let me
What-
know if the engines begin to.
nerd.
Let me know if the engines are going to strain. I rather not push this thing to the limits. It does have to break orbit at some time, and I rather not.
The coolant system they put on here is good. You're good. You can keep it at this pace as long as you want.
All right. How is the pressure valve of the hull?
All readings say you got a secure hull.
Pretty good. Pretty good. And I say to the, I'm guessing everybody else is on the bridge, and I say, well, how do you like the first test flight?
Shelley's like, it's an old ship. Why have you fixed an old ship? Because I know that's what she said.
Yeah, Reva, Spark, Liam. Morbus is asking you input for the test flight. How is it going?
I mean,
Everything
it's
seems to be working.
we haven't been vaporized yet, so I would say it's successful.
Indeed. Morbus is going to calm that same officer again, saying that they finished their test flight and they're going to return back to the surface.
Very good, sir.
Ma'am.
Forgive me. They call me sir also.
And
Very good,
it's
ma'am.
okay. So Morbus lands the ship in the exact same spot at the ready, and is basically going to wait until Lieutenant Commander Hunter calms us for the manifest of the cargo that they wish for us to transport, which would take about 3 days, I believe.
Okay, so before that, you guys have anything you want to do in the next day or so? Or I skip it?
Not particularly, at least not anything I can think of.
Okay.
I would like to purchase a space stuffed animal.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely consequential.
Yeah,
It is
I would
important.
say during the days of us waiting, I would say I would like to teach Zezos about astrogation charts and basically how to pilot and everything. Basically, I'm teaching her as much as I can about space and piloting and space travel, because I want her to have the best education I could think of that will be piloting a ship. So that's what I'm doing.
And unless space stuffed animal was code for something else, sure, you can buy stuffed animals. Pretty
No,
negligible.
I am literally buying a space stuffed animal. I have bought a stuffed loft cat. It is very important. It is large.
Large,
Right,
maybe-
because of
maybe-
Nick. Because of Nick,
Maybe
I believe.
maybe it's 20 credits instead of 10 credits. But
Alright, we've got a space stuffed animal.
Fantastic.
This is important.
Okay.
What? I don't count? I'm not fluffy enough? No.
Morbus
Okay.
turns.
Do you want to
Morbus-
be subjected to the 2-year-old?
Yeah,
No.
Morvis just like swivels her chair and I say you're pretty fluffy, Liam. I say you're pretty fluffy. And wibbles back to teach Zezos more about piloting and astrogation.
Anyway.
I just made a character for this person. Why can't I find her? Is she in allies?
She's in crew, Zezos. Oh,
That's
no.
not who I'm looking for.
Right.
He's looking for something else.
Yeah, Pileen Keys or something. Yep. So are we meeting her at South Point Station?
Yeah, she would come in and say that she's in the upper city unloading cargo. Where do you want to meet up? I've got that 2-seater airspeeder in the aft docking bay. I can head down there while they're messing with that. What you want to do?
It's your sister, Reva. It's up to you.
Okay, so let us meet at the docking bay because I want to see my son as soon as possible.
Alright. So you going to fly your ship up to the docking bay?
I guess.
What ship? As in the Endar Spire?
It's no problem. You have
Do you want us to use the Endar Spire?
You gave away the other ship, so like at this point, the other ship.
Wait, what? Hang on.
After that.
Okay, say again. You were cutting out a bit.
Is that Brian?
No, that's me.
I think CV would like to use the Endar Spire to go to the main, planetary dock.
Okay, so I'm just gonna contact Imperial Flight Command that we are making a stop there for a pickup and, just going through the proper channels as we are going to go pick up Reva's kid.
I don't have clearance for orbit right now, but if you're just going through airspace, that's fine.
Yes, that's what we are doing. Thank you for your cooperation. I say as we fly up there, and I'm just going to imagine Reva's son just looking at this ship coming to the docking ring.
I would like to tell me when I can go describe Nikolai, if possible.
Well, I'm gonna have a little bit of a lead-in.
Okay.
So I assume Pelham does not have a giant ship. She's got like a freighter kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're looking for a landing location, you get a hail from a transponder that you recognize as Palin's ship.
Hey, sis, how's it going?
Really? That's your ship?
Long story. Anyway,
That's an old battle cruiser. You could fit my ship in the hangar.
wanna come along?
Well, I thought we were going to talk about that.
Yeah.
You wanted to pick up somebody. He's here waiting for you.
Oh, I can't wait to see him. I've got a few gifts for him, too.
He's glued to the port window looking at your spaceship saying, "Is that... Wow."
Morvis just turns to Reva and say, "Well, go on, go! Don't keep him waiting. We got it under control here.
Arena is going to grab her usual outside attire, TM, also known as bandana and goggle, and in something that is very, for people who know Arena, is very, like, out of character, she's going to run to the other ship to say hello to her son, with the big Lothcat plushie behind her back.
And there's this very tough-looking woman in like Durasteel armor, removes her helmet, but she's holding like a kid and like bouncing him in her arms, like, "Hey there, buddy!" And it's just weird because she looks like she's ready for war, you know?
Let's see, I actually do have an image of her.
Yeah, I put her in ally. There's an image there.
Yeah.
Unless
There we
you
go.
have a better one.
I'm sure it goes without saying. Yours? He raises his eyebrow.
Arena is going to.
She has little blue-skinned, red-eyed alien in her arms.
About that, Nikolai wears.
Yeah, you describe him, that's right.
Yeah. About that, you see, it's not really. You can't really see that it's a child at first. It looks more like a mass of coats and fabric. Eyes with, like, goggles like Arena's. If you look close, you can see a few patches of blue. But that could be just a trick of the light. What matters is that Arena picks up this bundle of cloth and gives him the big Lothcat, which is about as big as he is.
I'm so sorry I stole your thunder on that. I'm sorry.
We're not supposed to know.
Sorry about that. My bad. I feel really bad. I'm sorry.
Me.
But, yeah, like one of his gloved hands reaches up. Oh, it's big! Your spaceship's real big! They talk at 2 years old, right?
He could talk a bit older than that, who knows. He's a smart boy.
Spaceship is big, Mama! How'd you get such a big spaceship?
Well, you know how Auntie and I take care of bad people? Well, there are some bad people in the spaceship, and we got rid of them.
They probably can't fly it too good anyway.
Yeah, which is why we found someone who can. Anyway, wanna meet everyone else?
Everyone else?
Yeah,
So
I mean,
you got like a crew?
yeah, we've got friends.
Like a space pirate now.
Yeah, like a space pirate.
Sorry, I'm not so great at playing little kids. Sorry if
No,
I'm
it's
doing
fine.
bad.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
hey, you play Zezos pretty well. You got the attitude down.
Yeah, she's almost like a teenager though. So
She's a tween, technically. She's a tween.
like toddlers. So yeah, okay, you got her, and now Pellin is over your shoulder the whole time. Remember, she doesn't trust this guy who claims that he's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Remember?
Yeah.
So, I don't mean to pry, but you notice the lockdown and the giant mobile asteroid thing. You sure it's a great idea to be flying around with him now?
Seeing as right now we are vaguely heroes of the Empire, I think we're fine.
that
Oh,
you
that's a
covered.
long story. I should tell you that. One of the bounties has been cleared.
Oh. Last time you talked to me, you were not so fond of the Empire.
Yeah, I'll tell you more when there are less prying ears.
Right, sorry.
Anyway,
Obi-Wan has made himself kind of scarce on the ship. He's gone into one of the crew rooms.
yeah.
You have a small child who has a big manka cat. Is that what it is?
Lost
Got a
cat.
lost cat.
Wolf
Got a
cat, yeah.
friend.
Is chewing on one of its paws.
Yeah, that's kids.
So do you take them to the bridge, or?
Well, first, Nikolai has to meet everyone. This is very important. You must all witness this boy.
Yeah, because Morvis is mostly on the bridge, just like manning everything, making sure everything is running properly.
Yeah, we're gonna say hi to Morvisus.
Man, it sucks that we might not do Death Star tonight. So.
Yeah, we might not do Death Star, sadly. So
That's
at least,
fine.
yeah, at least we got the droid thing done, and I'm glad it was a success.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Well,
was
let's
very
not
funny.
get too off topic. This is like Arena's big moment.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm happy about today's session. I am just happy.
Okay. Alright, so you got a kid.
Yeah,
You take all the bundles off, or what? You want to run this
Um,
a special way, so.
yes.
You're narrating
So,
right now.
so first, going to say hello to Morvisus, like, hey Nick, help me with your gloves for a second. And basically, like, kind of like taking off, like, the bandana, the little kitty goggles, and, like, the hood.
Okay.
Like, okay, it's safe here. Not like outside.
Yeah, and your big pirate ship.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to be able to see better?
Yeah. So what's it look like?
Okay. I actually have an image of him, I think. But like when he's about 12. I sent him to a friend. Give me a few minutes. I've got to go find an image.
It's fine.
You
It's fine.
gotta
Take your
like
time.
10 years off this picture, because he's like a baby now. Not a baby, but like
A
Toddler.
2-year-old toddler.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
baby.
choose on shit age.
He is 2 years old.
You're like making my biological clock go crazy, man.
Yeah.
His biological clock does not freak out until he's like 13.
Oh yeah, I want a little baby chewing on like giant teddy.
Anyway, I don't have a good picture of him because I can't find him, but
Liam's gonna interject without much tact. He's gonna be like, someone like you, how the hell did you find the time to settle down like that?
long story. Let's just say wasn't really in the cards.
Oh,
Basically, the most polite way of saying this was unexpected as all hell.
I'm well aware of that.
Ice
So-
Gothenburg.
Yeah.
Sorry if
So
that's a bit on the
basically,
sensitive side. Not my
kid.
strong suit.
okay. Don't know if any pictures. Yeah. Anyway, kid, dark hair like Arena. The most striking thing about this kid is the singular glowing red eye and the like about 3/4 of his skin, which appears to be blue.
And what's the last quarter? Is he human hybrid?
Keshian hybrid.
Oh, I see.
Biological mother's Arena.
Yeah,
what
that's true.
is a Keshian, might I add?
Arena.
Proto-human from the deep core. They have big eyes.
They have cool ass eyes.
Okay, thank you. Just wanting to know.
They're very. So like they're not like near human on the level of an Achani. They're a little bit more distant than that, but not much. Like they're very close to human. They just
Okay.
have really big, expressive eyes, and they're from. They're almost extinct now. They're from like. Their homeworlds are like Empress Teta. I don't know how much like deep lore you know, but the first planets that humans came from. So this is a bad. I'm not saying that Arena's a Neanderthal, but that's a good way of it describing.
I see. Ancient human species.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She's not a Neanderthal. She's not like.
Right. No, I know what you mean. You just mean parent species.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the taxonomy of such things, they are the precursors.
That's how I understand it. I probably should shut up though, because Arena's the expert. Am I close?
I think. There's not much. Okay, there's not much on Keshian
You're
lore on
the expert.
Wikipedia.
I think.
Like, literally, the most that there was on the Wikipedia was, hey, these are near humans who can see in the ultraviolet and infrared, and I was like, you know what, that slaps.
That's
Well,
what I just
Okay,
said.
so in the extended universe, characters who are Keshian are Ajunta Paul, the first Dark Lord of the Sith. That's Keshian.
I see.
And the two kids that came to Korriban when Ludo Kresh was ruling it, and then he decided, I'm going to follow him back to the core worlds, they were Keshian. So that's why I think they're like the proto-human species, because they were like very early on in the Empire, before the Republic.
Oh, that's
And one of them was
Keshians.
named Teta, and the planet Empress Teta is named after her.
Yeah. Basically, Arena is going to give a very meaningful look to Morvista, since, like, yeah, this is my son. His name's Nikolai.
So,
You can probably guess who the father is.
yeah. Wait, as in... Okay, wait, out of character. Would I know that this is a Keshian or a... Because this is me understanding, because I know you said that has a singular red eye, so would that mean that it was a Chiss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, no, just
This
trying.
is a Chiss Keshian hybrid.
Okay, just trying to understand. That's what I'm trying to do. So, Morvis Swibbles looks.
Looks like his mother. So
Yeah.
Like,
But has
that,
like
it's clearly
a light
black.
blue complexion, basically, to his skin.
I think he described it as he's got blue skin with like pale splotches.
Yeah.
Like each splotches on it.
Yeah, it looks like vitiligo,
like
but
this.
blue.
Okay.
Spotted, like a spotted kitty.
Mm-hmm. So Morvisis turns the chair, and she actually has her jacket off, and she kind of like smiles, and she kind of like kneels down and extends her hand and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you."
Are you the helmsman? Do you shoot all the bad guys from there?
Well, actually, I'm the pilot, but I think your mom is a pretty good helmsman in my book.
You don't know nothing about pirates. Helmsman's the pilot.
Oh. Well, I just learned something today. You're quite smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too smart.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart. God damn.
Your mother must be very proud.
Like really proud. Like I'm pretty smart. Like looking back at his mom, like she says I am. So yeah.
It must be true.
Arena kind of like smiles a little and ruffles his hair. I'm like, yeah, you are, kid.
Do you want to see the view from the pilot's chair? Well, if it's okay with your mom first.
Arena is going to hand over the Nikolai.
The Nikolai.
Singular Nikolai.
Yes.
To
Only
me.
one. Yes, now you have the son. You have the boy.
Okay, so Morvis,
Do not steal the boy.
Spark prepares to do a what?
Do not kill him. If you kill him, I will be mad.
Oh my god. Okay, so Morvis
We have no
gent-
incentive to murder a child. I don't know why you imply this.
Okay, Morvis picks up Nikolai. She sits in the chair with him on his lap and basically shows him the view of the window and everything and all the controls. And she's basically teaching him what controls does what. And do you want to see the ship fly?
When you start to tell him how the ship works, I mean, he's too over his head.
Yeah, I know, but like trying to
He
entertain
listens
him.
for a little bit, but he listens for a little bit, but then he kind of trails off, starts looking around, and then he sees the like lady with the purple one who hasn't said anything.
The purple what?
Spark.
Oh. Okay, yeah, it's just like you're kind of breaking out a bit.
So who's that?
Spark does not respond.
That
Oh,
there is Spark. She's a very nice and strong lady, just like your mom.
oh, that's why she doesn't want to talk.
Yes, yes.
Eh?
But do you want to see the
Nani?
Nanny the fuck?
Do you want to see the ship fly, little one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey kid, you want to hold a lightsaber?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
wait, does Spark actually say that?
Yes, she does.
Alright, yeah, no, Liam's gonna be like, no.
What's a lightsaber?
That's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Spark, what the hell? Spark, what the hell?
Okay, so Liam has obviously never had a younger brother.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Arena
So,
very
what's a
quietly.
lightsaber though? When you say, oh, you
Arena.
don't want to see that, he's like, oh no, yeah, I do.
Okay, Arena very quietly inside Visty. Jedi Devilry.
No.
Spark pulls her lightsaber from under her armor where she'd been keeping it and ignites the blade.
Whoa.
It's a very, very strong weapon.
One that a child shouldn't have.
Yeah, yeah,
they do not
basically-
train children to have them all the time.
yeah, basically Morvis is just, making sure that Nikolai is sitting safely on her lap as she is prepping the ship for flight and is going to go into the Undercity back again, just flying around, preparing the testing and flights and everything, making him impressed, and then is going to question, do you want me to land the ship back to where, South Point and like the original Endar Spire site is, or do you want me to dock it back to where Riva picked up Nikolai and her sister?
So you're pretty. I mean, you can go wherever you want. Well, you have clearance to fly.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I'm
You just have
asking.
to organize with the air traffic control if you want to leave the planet.
Yeah. Again, this is what I'm asking. I'm basically asking what people want to do because I'm basically flying the ship. So
At some point, you're going to want to be up here because, like, planetary, like, stuff that's leaving the planet's going to be on the upper city.
yeah.
And that they're going to organize you carrying some stuff off the planet.
Yeah, obviously we're gonna go there, to pick up the cargo and then leave, obviously.
But yeah, that's not going to be in the undercity. That's going to be up here.
Yeah. So basically, flies around and then returns back to the docking port on the upper city and everything, where they met each other and basically puts Nikolai down to let him go back to Riva, as she kind of again puts the docking, basically the clamps are on and everything, and the ship is staying put, and she is and Morvis is just basically going to leave the bridge and basically going to attend to other things in the meantime.
Yeah, and I have to introduce Nikolai to Kenobi.
Yep.
So, when you want to find him, you somehow know where he is. He did go hiding in, the lower decks of the ship. But, it's weird when you start trying to find him. It's almost like he knows. And now you get a feeling where he's at. If that makes sense.
We're vibing it out.
He's in a game room, and he's looking at the kind of empty bookshelves at the time. He makes a comment about how an empty bookshelf is a shame when you come in.
Like that. Well, maybe one day we'll be able to fill him up, but...
Alright, pal, so where you get off telling my sister you're some old war hero? Obi-Wan, facts. Tell me if I'm playing it wrong, but I get the sense she's a little protective.
Oh yeah. I'm just like, I'm 10 years older than you, goddammit.
And she, apparently says, I don't recall saying I was an old war hero. Yeah, but you say you go by Obi-Wan Kenobi, bounty on your head's big enough to buy a Star Destroyer. So, yeah, you should be dead if you are who you say you are. Or you get off saying that you're Obi-Wan Kenobi. I want some evidence. Or you take my nephew, God knows where in the galaxy. He nods and he does that. I don't know if you're familiar with Alec Guinness as an actor, but you know how he does that kind of Obi-Wan nod, where he just kind of lowers his jaw, just like, okay.
Yeah.
He does that. He's like, okay, fair enough. He takes out his weapon and engages it. Probably not seen very many of these. No, but that doesn't prove you are who you say you are. You could be a scavenger. And he lets go and it stays in the middle of the air. And he disengages it by looking at it. Kind of turns it around a little bit. Okay, so you're a Jedi. Now, as beyond that, young woman, I can't convince you further. I don't keep papers on me. In my circumstance, I'm sure you can understand. Well, yeah. Okay, so you're a Jedi. What are you wanting to do with my nephew? I want to get him far away from the Empire's reach. I want to put him in the care of a friend of mine who, like you, doesn't trust any of this. She's a good friend, and no one will find him in her care. So is this another one of them Jedi? He pauses for a second, and he shakes his head. No, she's not a Jedi. I think this man's tricking you. He says
Look,
to you,
sis.
but it's your call.
Look, sis. Best chance the kid's got with his parents being who they are is if he's as far away from this mess as we can get him.
All right, it's your call. He is something. He's got those powers, but I mean, I don't trust everything the Empire says, but they say that they're responsible for all this mess, right? The Empire had to crack down because the Jedi tried to take power, and he just kind of shakes his head and looks down.
Don't believe everything you hear, especially when it's from the Empire.
Yeah, I know, they probably twisted it, but... Okay, look, the little one doesn't have any... I mean, I guess he's your son, but I don't want him having any part in any of this. I heard about these people. They're crazy. They like lose their mind and turn into monsters.
I have a feeling it's safer if he gets trained than if he isn't. If he gets trained, well, he'll know how to control himself. Well, he's got whatever he's got from both sides.
Okay, it's your call.
Don't worry, sis.
He's not a charlatan. He's not lying to you, but I do think he's trying to trick you somehow.
Look, sis. Turns out I made a bad call. There'll be hell to pay.
He's right, you know. I thought it would be more diplomatic not to say this, but the woman I want to put your son in the care of was a Jedi. She had trouble with how the Jedi ran things, and I have had the same trouble, but she saw it before any of us did, and she refuses to call herself that. So what I said was true from a certain point of view, but you're right. I was trying to be diplomatic. Well, at least he admits he's a liar. She kind of laughs. Not a liar. Not a liar. I just admitted so. In her
At
current
least he's
state,
admitting it.
and I mean this as earnestly as possible, in her current state, she wants nothing to do with this war. If she sees injustice, she acts to stop it, but she has removed herself from the greater conflict. She suffered quite a lot, and as you very aptly put it, those who are sensitive in force, who suffer, are in danger, and she recognizes that and has put herself into a sort of self-imposed exile. I can think of no safer place for the young for the youngling. She kind of nods her head and Like she's kind of getting won over a little bit. And if you want to talk more, and I'm like talking over you, it's weird playing two characters. Feel free.
Jesus. I'm worried too, but you've seen some of the things that he's able to do. And, well, there's only so much we can do to protect him.
Okay. I'm okay with it. So, when lockdown comes up, where are you headed exactly? We're going to be traveling to Alderaan, I believe. And then, before anything gets serious, I've already made contacts I need. There's someone who will meet me in Alderaan and take him away from all of this. While I'm getting far too old for this sort of thing, I have been called to participate, and I would be no place for the care of a child at the current juncture. That's okay. I'm gonna head with you to Alderaan. I'm gonna see this person who's trading room off to. I just want to get a feel for it. Sound good?
Yeah, we all know your vibe check is, well, better than mine half the time.
Alright, I'm okay with this, but I just want to make sure that whoever this woman is, that she's not scum, you know?
She is, well, I'll have to pry Nikolai away from my cold, dead hands.
Miles. She's had to deal with scum, but she is not, at least I would not call her so. She's a good friend. And the kind of purpose that caring for a young one is exactly what she needs as well. He nods again and is like, okay, alright, cool. Let me know when you're taking off. I'll watch your six.
You got it, sis.
Alright,
Also,
so,
we really should let up on the pirate books.
the pirate books. I'm sorry. I don't get it. What pirate books?
I had, like, they kept reading stories about space pirates to Nikolai, and now Nikolai, all he's talking about is space pirates.
Yeah, I got it right before you said that. I figured it out. Oh, come on. I mean, boy. If it matters, I've been reading The Legend of Flint's Trove. Alright? It's not an actual pirate. There's no blood and guts. Put it in his pack.
Granted, it is,
I put it in his pack. He's gonna ask for it.
and I'll read him some too. Can't say no to that face.
So now what do we want to do, everybody?
I would say at this point that when that whole conversation is happening, Morvis is actually gonna be going through the crew, through the quarters, through her quarters, because she is sharing her quarters with Zezus. So she is going there, hopefully to find Zezus there.
Yeah, she's there.
Okay, so she kind of like presses the button to notify that, hey, she's gonna come in, doors open, and everything.
This Durasteel jungle of yours moves quickly.
Thanks. So, how's those lessons I've been giving you with the piloting and astrogation? You picked it up yet?
It is alien to me. I do not understand what declination means.
Trust me.
Point of approach. This is not what I was bred for.
I understand it took me a while to figure it out, but it was beneficial. It would help.
I'm trying. I do not know why you want me to know this.
I sit next to her and I say, everywhere in this galaxy, you will need to find a way to travel. You could pay, or you could get your own ship and fly there. Having the piloting skill set doesn't hurt. And I want you to be prepared for whatever is to come.
Make a leadership roll.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
2.
2? Okay.
I will study until it is time to sleep, and when I wake, I will feed, and then I will study more. It is not my nature, but I will understand it, if it is important to you.
I smile as I kind of like touch her shoulder. Hey, once you finish studying it, we could also study some combat techniques if you want.
Ah, then you will be the pupil, and I will be the teacher.
Morvis smiles and say, well, we shall see then. There's a lot I could teach you, Zezos.
You saw how I throw that overfed oaf over my shoulder, and then gave him a palm heel to the throat. Yes?
She chuckles and say, yes, you were very good, yes.
I mean no offense, but that was the form of the coiled serpent. You would use the form of the overfed sloth.
She kind of like squints her eyes at her and just smiles and say, oh. She kind of like just brings her closer in a hug and say, never change, Zezos. Never change. And
I do not intend to.
yeah. So that's going to be the scene for Morvis and Zezos. Is anybody else going to do something?
Yeah, I suppose.
Because I feel like you and Spark are the odd people out in this situation. I feel bad for that.
Once we get to the Death Star, I'm gonna make Spark is gonna have a moment. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, I'm already thinking on that.
Wait, what?
If you're feeling like you ain't had a moment, I do know you're gonna have a hell of a moment in a little while.
Oh, fun.
Fantastic.
If you have any ideas for a moment now, it's gonna be welcome.
No, I'm fine just sitting in the back for now.
Yeah, Liam is just gonna continue messing with ship stuff. Making sure that everything is up to code and good to go.
You're gonna have a moment with the Star Trek nerd, I guess.
It's Star Trek nerd.
Do you know this is an Alpha 7?
Oh my god!
Yes, the best guy.
I am a trench warfare fighter, okay?
Well, then you can locate any trench in the galaxy with this.
You don't understand Vietnam, man. Anyway.
Vietnam. I do not know this system. I can find it, though.
He's like,
He's gonna
you know
grow
what?
a handlebar mustache, I think.
Oh my god. He's like, he's just, Liam just kind of got to say to himself, he's like, God, So many kids. Why are so many kids involved in this? They don't need to be involved in this. Can't they have a peaceful life? Takes a sip of something. I don't know. Coffee, beer, something.
He's kind of dumbfounded by that for a little while. And then he stops and he has a moment of introspection. Well, this is a conflict that has sentience involved, and sentience must reproduce. It is, of course, we would like all of our children to be far away from all of this, but if we're involved, then by necessity, we do our best to take care of our children.
I suppose so, but what the hell did I fight the last war for? Kind of looks like he's having a little moment of crisis in his facial expression. I fought tooth and nail for my freedom. And now me and other people who don't deserve it gotta go back in cages? That's fucking messed up.
I would never put you in a cage, but then again, I am a member of the Reclamation Services and do not make that call. I had a friend, he wasn't Shistaven, and he actually says Shistaven, he doesn't say wolf person.
Oh, I see.
He's trained in xenology. Of course he fucking is.
He's a nerd and I love him.
I had a friend, he wasn't a Shistaven, but was a species that has suffered more than others. As you can see, I'm no spring chicken. I am 52 years old. So before the Empire, I had a colleague who was a Gand. And now most Gans, I don't know if you know the culture and anthropology of Gans, but they do not have names. They refer to themselves as this Gand, unless they do something unknown. This Gand was named. He was the reclamator of the homeworld. He was able to track down where his clutch spent 20 generations. I thought that was some of the finest anthropological work I'd ever seen in the field my entire life. And as soon as the decree came, in the next week he was unemployed. I never understood it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that they're doing this to you.
Let's just say I've spent a lot of my life outside of my control, and I haven't had a moment to catch my breath. It wears a little thin on my patience.
Well, he pulls up a chair to his astrogation computer. You have the galaxy to fingertips. Let me show you how this works.
All right.
And he has to, tell me a planet.
What's a good planet? I'll say Corellia.
Oh, come on, that's easy. Types in a bunch of math that you don't follow. It's like intellect 4 or something.
Yeah, no.
But then it zooms into the Hydian Way and travels down and then
I see.
travel time, and then who's doing the laughing? Who's doing laughing Spider-Man guy? What's that about? Oh,
No,
sorry.
J. Jonah Jameson.
I'm leaving you for Ahsoka. I get it. Yeah, but Ahsoka's just been brought up as like she's not involved in any of this, right? You missed that part. Anyway, so yeah, he talks. He takes you to the planet, and it's like, here is how we would get there. So now we have plotted a course. I don't think that's where we're going though.
Yeah, probably not. I'm sure the rest of these schmucks have somewhere else to go.
But you have that at your fingertips. You could, wherever you want to go, tell them, hey, look, here's a number to put on your hyperdrive. And you'll get there.
It would seem that my path has led me here with the rest of these individuals, and I'm not quite sure know what I'm doing. I predicted a town for a long time, but it seems as if the current events have brought me up to a larger scale of, I guess he puts in air quotations, destiny. Oh well.
I've been meaning to ask you, my orders are to return to Coruscant to file paperwork for the next 10 years and not do anything of note. I would much rather apply for furlough. If you think I could be useful.
Sorry, apply for what?
Furlough, leave. I want to retire.
He kind of like draws and looks at his gun, and he's like, don't we all? He puts it back.
By retiring, I meant come along.
Oh. Well, you are a pretty smart individual, at least from what I can tell. Book smart, that is. You know your math, you know your course, and apparently you know your species. Your expertise.
If nothing else, I could be your navigator.
I suppose so. We've got enough people that can handle a blaster. Maybe somebody that has a little bit less expertise in that could be a bit more useful than anticipated.
Oh dear. I did basic training 32 years ago.
Yeah,
I think I passed.
Yeah, he just laughs. It's like fair enough. I'm not sure what the others would say, but you seem fairly personable enough.
Why, thank you. You seem like a personal, if troubled gentleman. I've always been told people are only that troubled when they care too much. A good trait.
He kind of gives like a small blush to that, and he's like, yeah, I don't really have anyone in this galaxy to really care about, so I figure I suppose I choose people along the way.
Well, I care about you.
You're too much.
So he's like, come on. We'll start now. No time like the present. You're not going to leave me hanging after that heart-to-heart.
Yeah, he just, he said he offered his hand, so I guess he'll just, he'll shake his hand. He says, sure, why not?
All right, I'll watch your back, you watch mine.
Of course.
Of course, I'll probably do a bad job, but I'll do my best.
Trust me, I've spent way too many years making sure somebody doesn't get shot in the back. What do you think I was part of the Marines for? Well,
boarding Marines. I bet you have some stories to tell.
Quite a few. I was on that fateful day when Grievous decided to attack Coruscant. Those clones are quite something to behold.
You board the Dreadnought?
Oh, I didn't board the Dreadnought, just defended the capital.
Impressive still. What are you
Yeah. It was a rough patch, and you can, if this was on, a movie screen, it would be, like small fades of blaster fire and explosions, but, it's all in his head.
Well, I want to thank you, sir, for giving me the peace I needed at the time to study the mating patterns of Rylothian ragdolls. Thank you.
That's too good. You're welcome, I suppose.
I received an award for that. If I find it, I'll give it to you because you are far more deserving.
It's alright. I got my reward enough. I'm still alive at the end of the day, right?
Much is true. There is some mirth in you after all.
I consider living another day to be victory. As much as it is the bare minimum.
How is it I keep making these like lovable oafs?
I don't know.
I really like this dorky guy now.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna keep him chalk though. He ain't losing that weight. Okay, so it is. We gotta make a decision. It's 1 o'clock. So if we continued at this point, we would not get done. And we're missing Brian. Now, if he's not here next week, I'm just gonna fucking roll with it. But I don't know. Do I conclude all the preliminaries and then you go board the Death Star next week? What do we want to do, guys?
I say we end the session, and then we, next week, when we do the prep work and everything to go to the Death Star and everything, that will do next week. I say we should end the session here on a high note with some good positive emotions right now.
I know, it does pretty loose session. I think poor Spark is like, oh my god, I'm about to tear my eyes out.
I am in agreement with Morvisis here.
Well, Spark, did you have fun or you hate me?
Well, they have their muted and deafened, so they can't hear you.
Oh, shit.
They said BRB like 3 minutes ago, in general.
Well, let me give people who didn't make it 5 experience points. I really hope you can make it next week.
How much experience points? 5?
I gave you all 10. I'm giving it people who couldn't make it 5.
Oh, fantastic. I was like, 5? Oh, that's fine.
I met my son. He's a good boy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there were parts of this that were really cool. It's just, it was kind of slow. It's been slow the last couple times. And
yeah. But hey, it got done. And now we have a credit fund now that we could use for any repairs and everything. So I say it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Good stuff,
okay,
good stuff.
I'll go in here. Summary of game. Sold decoy R3. 95k. Added crew. Easy eat.
I will, I'll try to flesh out my character a little bit more for you. I know that he's a bit on the light side.
Added crew.
As far as background and stuff like that.
What do you mean? I think your character's interesting as hell.
Yeah, it is. It is. But, like, you want to have a bit more in-depth with his story. Like, you want his backstory to be affecting the ongoing story.
Yeah, kinda. But there's not really a whole lot that he can do, since most of the people that would know him are probably, like, obviously his age, and, like, Obi-Wan's age.
Yeah.
What's your sister's name again? CD?
Palin Kess.
He doesn't really have any relatives to speak of, because of course he was separated by the CIS and put into slavery before breaking out and enlisting in the Republic.
So yeah. So yeah. This was a very great session.
Well, thanks for blowing smoke up my ass, but okay.
It was good while I was here. I'm sorry for my tardiness. Something took longer than I expected.
I had a lot of fun with the character building. I don't want to
I'm not trying to cheapen it. I'm just let down that I didn't really do anything. That's all.
Hey, no worries. Honestly, some of my best moments as like a game master is just to have the players interact with each other or just interact with NPCs.
Yeah, I really enjoyed like CB's little side story with the kid and all that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I had fun as well.
And hopefully people picked up what I was putting down about his dad.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. His dad.
Yeah, there are literally
Wait,
two.
are you?
Oh, I just
Serious?
figured it out. Oh, I just figured it out. Oh.
When? Why?
The kid,
How?
the kid.
Oh.
There are two in the known galaxy, and one of them's you.
Oh God, that is.
When? Why? Who? Where? How?
2 years ago, I think we know who. I think we know where.
I don't.
Why?
I'm very bad
Who
at
knows?
And
In CB's backstory, she banged Admiral Thrawn,
Oh my God.
and she
Okay.
has a blue.
I have
baby.
the Grand Admiral's bastard son.
Okay. I'm gonna leave now, but thank you for that because my mind is now shaken and I have no idea how to process this. So, good night. Have a nice evening, and hopefully next week we will have everybody for the Death Star.
Yeah.
Peace.